Hello everyone, it's Maria here from Poppy Citrus Crafts. Thank you so much for joining me. Today I'm going to show you how you can do heat embossing with your Silhouette Cameo. You can also do this with your Cricut. I don't own a Cricut, I don't want a Cricut, but you can do that. I know you can for a fact. So what I've got here is what we're going to use. We've got the Sakura Quickie glue pens. You need one of those. You need the Silhouette pen adapter. This can be used in the Silhouette Cameo 4 and the Silhouette Cameo 5. We need some gold embossing powder. I've got some new one finally. I'm using my embossing buddy, which is an anti-static powder tool. I'm using half an A4, which is an A5 green cardstock. Use any brand you like. The brand I have here is the Stampin' Up! Garden Green one. You need a heat tool. I've got my old Stampin' Up! One here. I've had it for years. Still going strong. And of course you need your Silhouette mat. So what I will do first is prepare my cardstock. So what I'm going to do is do the powder all over, just like you would normal regular embossing, okay, with stamps. And I'm just doing the bottom half of this. And you will see why when I next show you the computer screen and how I designed it. It's very, very simple. I'm going to be using a design I got from Creative Fabrica, and it's just a single art line design. And you can use that for foiling, that particular design, and you can also use it for sketching as well with a pen in a machine. So I'm going to remove the top layer of this mat, and then I'm going to put in the mat and position it in its right place. Actually, I'm going to do this side. I don't like that side, it's a bit banged up, I didn't realise. So I'll just do this side. Okay, and with the other one I'm just going to wipe that off because I do want it to stick to the mat. Okay. Now I'll get my sticky mat on and I'll put it on here. Just make sure that I've got it aligned the correct way. If it's off a little, then your design will be off, so just be warned about that, okay? So I'll do that again here. Okay. And so this part is at least prepared. Now what you need to do is you need to get out your pen adapter. So there's three little bits here. So you've got a small, medium and large. I'm just going to grab the one that goes into the machine. Okay, and it looks like this. And you need to take the cap off that. Okay, and nothing else comes apart. Okay, so that's just what it looks like. So put that there. Then I'll bring out my pen, which is a glue pen. Okay, that's my glue pen. And I'm just going to stick this now, take the lid off, and I'm going to stick this into the adapter. And basically, you want that to be as low as you can get it, so like that. Okay, and that's as far in as it will go. Okay, so then what you need next is, that's how it's supposed to look, all right? What you need though, before you even put that in, is you need one of these adapters. So I think this is a medium pen. So you put this in first, like this, and then you cap this in, and this will hold your pen in place, and you just screw that on. And this, when you go through the machine, is quite stable, okay? So that is how you prepare your pen. So I'll go through it again, just in case I was out of the frame. So you put your pen through the adapter. This is a medium for the Sakura pen, okay? Then you put the pen right in until it reaches the bottom, and that's that here. So it looks like that. You then put this down. Hold the pen down with one hand, so you hold it down like this, and with this then just screw it in, okay? So screw in as far as it goes, and this will hold the pen in place. So as you can see, there's no movement, like that. And in that way, when the machine does the drawing, you are able then to, this is secure in place. So what we'll do now is I'll take you to the computer screen and I will show you the design that we're going to be using. And then from there, we'll go to the machine and I'll show you how to load this up. So see you shortly. Okay, so I'm in my Silhouette Studio Business Edition software. What I'm going to do is open up, before actually I open up the design, what I want to do is with this A6 size mat that I've got here, well, it's not the mat, it's the media size. What I want to draw is a rectangle. And so I'm just going to draw that rectangle to that size because I don't remember the measurements. I'm not really good with numbers. So I'm just using this as like a template, and I draw a rectangle the same size as this mat. Then what I'm going to do is just bring that out and have it here on the side, because we are going to, as I said before, do some heat embossing directly on one layer of card, which will make it interesting. So this is now an A5 card base. So what that means, it's half an A4 piece of cardstock cut in half. And what I'm going to do here is with this now A6, I'm going to put this down the bottom. So when I do my designing, I have it ready to go. Just make sure it's at the right angle. So this is going to live here. This is very important. This is how I do it. You can choose to do it another way if you wish, for me to center my design on here. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go into my file, open. I'm going to go into my downloads, which I've already kind of done a little bit in advance. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into there, and then I'm going to go into my file that I think says Christmas single line design. So I'm going to click on that, double click on that, and I'm going to choose piece. Okay, so I'm going to choose that. And this file is used for foiling. But you can use this, of course, to draw as well with the silhouette. So I'm just going to put the piece foil SVG. This is the foil, so I'm going to do that one. And I'll open that up, and that says piece. Okay, this is huge. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on this. I'm going to right-click copy, and I should have pressed merge, but it doesn't matter. And then I'm going to press it here, paste. And this piece is now massive. So what I'm going to do is to reduce the size so it will fit onto an A6 card base here. So I'm going to do that a little bit smaller. Okay, and what I'm going to do next is I'm going to highlight both that rectangle that I drew and the piece together. I'm going to go into Object, Align, Center Middle. And that's where it's going to align, in the center middle of this rectangle. And so now I can take away my rectangle piece. Okay, and that's just there on the side as a template. And now the piece is aligned on the bottom half of my card base that I'm using here. So what you'll see me next is put together the pen into the pen adapter holder, and then I'll take it to the silhouette and we will see it from there how it runs. Okay, so I'll see you. Okay, so here we are again with the my computer screen, and I forgot what I had to show you before. So what you need to do here when you're in the send panel, because I've got it into the send panel now, is I've got to choose my right media that I'm using. So I'm using cardstock textured heavy to be on the safe side. Okay, so I'm going to press that. And for here, I will have to load up the pen adapter. Here's a view of my Silhouette Cameo 4. In order to load up your pen adapter, this bit has to face the back. So I'm going to pull out that little lever in carriage 1 and take out my auto blade, and then in its place, I'm going to put in the pen adapter. And when you do that, make sure it is right in until you cannot go in anymore, and then you push this back in. On the computer screen now, you can see now that it's got pen detected right here. Okay, so because it's got pen, this will now draw. So what you need to do is just load up your mat. So make sure that the mat is loaded right where it's supposed to be, as if you're cutting your material. So put it in there, press load, okay, make this go back a little, oops, okay, I accidentally pressed that, I didn't need to do that. Okay, is press send. So now this is done, and as you can see here, you have this glue of where the piece is. So what we're going to do next is I'm going to take you over to my craft desk, and I'll show you how to heat emboss this. Isn't that just the coolest? So I'll see you in a minute. And now back at the craft desk, I'm going to take off my card base. Okay, I put the cover back on here so I don't get anything, you know, any sticky other bits sticking to it. I want to keep it as clean as possible. And this is how simple it is, okay? I'm going to grab a piece of copy paper, put my card here, and I'm going to add my embossing powder. This is a brand new gold embossing powder I've had for quite some time. It took 12 years for one like this to go. So let's hopefully this is nice and fresh, unlike my old one. So I'm undoing that now. Fresh embossing powder. How cool. All right, so you just put your embossing powder as you normally would. And just pop that in, like so. And it will stick just like it would if you had, say, for example, you know, if you also had things like the Versamark. So that's what this acts like, and that's how you can do that on your thing. So there's the embossing powder all on there. Isn't that great? So now I'm just going to put all my embossing powder back into the little pot. I'm going to take this out, so I'm just going to undo it the opposite way, and then it just all comes out. So we put the cap back on, like so, and the lid back on here. So what I'm going to do next is heat emboss this, and I'll show that in a second, so bear with me. So I'm now I've got to switch that on, in my area where I'm going to do some heat embossing. So I'm just going to heat this up for a minute. Okay, so this is now finished. And it looks absolutely beautiful. I'll take you over to the craft desk and we'll finish off the card there. Back at the craft desk with all my mess. So here it is. Isn't it beautiful? Now it's warped a little from the heat, which is normal with cardstock. Okay, I think that's a nice, easy, elegant, and beautiful way to emboss a card using your files. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is just get my trimmer, and we're going to score it in half. Okay. Just scoring that with my bone folder. And there you have your heat embossed card. Now, this is a little further up than what I really wanted, but what we can do is we can add really nice looking leaves like so. So I'm thinking maybe we should cut that out. Just thinking. I'll have a little think and then we'll redo this design. So just give me a moment. Reconsidered, and I'm going to leave it as is for the time being. However, I had done one earlier with the word joy on there, and that is a lot more centered. And this is from the same file. So if you're interested in seeing this file, I will link it in the description box below. It is from Creative Fabrica. I absolutely love that website. I am so happy I got that subscription. I have not needed to buy any stamps or anything like that for the last year and a half, nearly 2 years, because all of my images, everything is on there. I highly recommend it, and especially if you're on a budget but you still want to craft without spending the earth, and you own a Silhouette Cameo or a Brother Scan and Cut, and even if you don't, you will find Creative Fabrica amazing, because you can print off things like pad and paper. You can even get stamps, digital stamps. You can do files like this. You can cut vinyl and all sorts of different materials. They even have files for foiling, which is what this is, and they also have files for your laser cutter as well. So really the sky is the limit, but I just wanted to show you how quick and easy it is to create cards this Christmas without a lot of effort and time. So I hope you found this video tutorial helpful. If you have any questions at all, please don't hesitate to leave me a comment below, and I will answer you as within 24 to 48 hours roughly. Okay, so thank you all so much for joining me. I appreciate all of you for watching my channel, for commenting, for giving me likes, for the shares. And just and if you're new here, I want to welcome you, and I hope you enjoy what I have to bring you. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again next time. Bye.